Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. The future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, and the 5th graduation ceremony for our Midlands campus here this morning. Over the course of 11 ceremonies for TUS, Technological University of the Shannon, more than 4,000 students will graduate and become the first members of the TUS alumni. Graduation Day brings with it a roller coaster of emotions for graduands and your family alike. It is a time of celebration and great achievement. There is reflection on past trials and successes, as well as great hope and dreams for the future. As a parent, family member, or guardian of the graduates here today, you have done your job of shaping their minds and filling their heart. Now it's time to take a step back and to let them shine. All of their hard work has trained them for what is about to come. The order of ceremony is in your booklet, and this is the 5th graduation ceremony out of 7 ceremonies that we have had over the course of the 3 days across our 4 faculties here on the Athlone campus. A couple of safety issues. Fire exits are very clearly marked, 2 behind me, 2 at the side, and indeed the entrance point within which you came into the arena. In the unlikely event of a fire operating, please follow my colleagues and our stewards safely to the fire exits. In addition, please keep all aisles free of belongings so that conferees will have free movement to and from the stage during the ceremony. Please note that we are strictly adhering to COVID guidelines, so you are required to wear your mask throughout the ceremony, and please remain in your allocated seats. As you will see, we have 2 photographers with us today, Jeff Harvey Photography and Pat from Lafayette Photography. They are all here in the arena to capture some special moments from the ceremony in the arena, which we will share across social later. Individual photos, if you have pre-booked, will be taken in the MPH by Lafayette Photography. We are not going to clap for each individual recipient, as we have a lot of conferrers to go through. So at the end of each programme, your head of department will instruct you to stand up and take a well-deserved standing ovation and clap for everybody collectively. During our ceremony this morning, we will confer each row of conferees via the programme as set out in the graduation booklet, which you all have a copy of. Just follow my colleagues to the bottom of the stage. You will enter the stage, take your parchment from our president and leave on that side. Our music today, our beautiful music on this gorgeous sunny morning, is provided by the 2nd Brigade Band from the Defence Forces, who are expertly conducted by Captain Thomas Kelly. We are very grateful and very proud that they're here in the arena this morning, and we really do feel that the music adds a beautiful touch to this ceremony in this gorgeous arena. So if we could express our gratitude to the band with a round of applause. Can you please make sure that your mobile phones are switched off or certainly switched to silent for the ceremony? And a reminder that our campus is a proudly fully non-smoking and non-vaping campus. So if you could please respect that. At the commencement of the academic ceremony in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to stand as the academic procession is going to proceed into the arena, up the central aisle, and they're going to gather on the platform here beside me. I will ask you to remain standing until the academic ceremony has concluded and all parties are on the stage and seated. So, to give you a little bit of background into the history and significance, into some of the elements that form part of our ceremony here this morning. Our academic procession is hierarchical, with our academics walking into the arena first. This is then followed by our President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cannan, Registrar and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Francis O'Connell, Chair of our governing body, Josephine Feely, Dean of Faculty of Business and Hospitality, Michelle McKeown-Bennett, Head of Department of Business and Management Studies, Dr. Alison Sheridan. The academic dress that you are so beautifully and very stylishly wearing this morning adds colour, spectacle and a sense of occasion to conferring ceremonies. Your gown, hood, sleeves, caps and colours are all very distinctive elements of our academic dress. You will note as the ceremony walks into the arena that bonnets are worn by our President, our Registrar and Chair of our governing body. There is also a lovely graduation tradition called the turning of the tassel. Tassels are black for the motorboard caps that are on all of your heads this morning, and all graduands should wear your tassels to the right-hand side of the motorboard cap until you have been conferred with the award, when you then place the tassel to the left-hand side, hence the tradition, the turning of the tassel. This tradition symbolises your transition from student to graduate. So, ladies and gentlemen, my advice is to sit back and to enjoy our graduation ceremony here this morning in this lovely sunny arena. Orrin Hatch once said that graduation is not the end, it is only the beginning. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we are ready, we will stand and begin our graduation ceremonies for the Technological University of the Shannon.
Good morning, everybody. Please sit. Díobh Gléir agus Fáilte go Balla Athluain. President, Chair of Governing Body, Members of Governing Body, distinguished members of staff, graduates, family, guardians, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome you to the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, and the fifth of the 7 conferring ceremonies to be conducted on the Athlone campus of our Technological University over 3 days encompassing 4 faculties. The Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning, the Faculty of Science and Health, the Faculty of Business and Hospitality, your own parent faculty, and the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. Today is an exceptionally proud day for us as we celebrate in person this year our inaugural TUS graduation ceremonies with you, our graduates. During these ceremonies, we have conferred over 2,275 academic awards from level 6 to level 10, including 1,944 undergraduate awards 316 postgraduate awards, 3 Masters by Research and 9 PhDs. My name is Frances O'Connell. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Registrar, and today it is my honour and privilege to be your MC for this graduation session. Our conferring session is the highlight of our academic calendar, one that brings great joy not only to you, our graduates, and your family and your guardians and friends, but it also does for us, the academics, the professional, faculty and support staff that have supported you directly and indirectly on your academic journey that culminates with your conferring. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the members of the presiding top table at this conferring ceremony, from left to right as you view them. Ms. Cora McCormack of the Quality Office, Professor Vincent Cannan, President of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, Ms. Josephine Fihily, Chair of the Governing Body of the Technological University, and Ms. Michelle McKeown-Bennett, the Dean of the Faculty of Business and Hospitality. I'd also like to welcome the members of the academic staff in the faculty and department, both on the stage and in the audience. Good morning to you all. We're also joined by other members of governing body in our audience, and thank you for being here today. Before we commence the formal proceedings, I welcome and thank the 2nd Brigade Army Band for their contribution to today's ceremony, celebrating your special day through music under the stewardship of Captain Thomas Kelly. Finally, and most importantly, I welcome you, our graduates. This day is all about marking your academic achievement. It is a day that you get to publicly celebrate this with your family, guardians and friends, and the community of staff right across our technological university. We stand with you today to acknowledge formally this significant milestone in your life and in your career. So to give you an overview of today's graduation session, we'll start with a formal address by the chairperson of the governing body of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest, Ms. Josephine Fihily. It will be followed by the formal commencement of the conferring ceremony by the President, Professor Vincent Cannan, and the notice of the conferral of the awards. The Dean of your faculty will then introduce the awards to be presented, and each graduate's name will then be called individually by your head of department under your class group. It will then be followed by a formal address by our President, Professor Vincent Cannan. So I now call upon the Chair of our governing body, Ms. Josephine Fihily, to address you today.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Frances, for that kind introduction. Gwini usually illig is more an honor damsa fáilte carroibh inniuh. Chuig an géad Shermanish bronta céime de chuid na hoscoile technoliaachta nua tús lár tíre agus an mantíre, maníre. Chun rang fis a héan a ahint agus ceilúre. Chogordiachas go mór live go léir. Welcome, distinguished guests, and welcome especially to you, our graduates. It is an honour for me to be here with you today for the inaugural graduation ceremonies of TUS, the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest. Today, we recognise and we celebrate you, the class of 2021. Congratulations to all of you. It is my privilege to be the first chair of the first governing body of TUS, Ireland's first trans-regional university. There's a lot of firsts in that, but it is a big deal. The launch of TUS on October the 1st, 2021, was a significant day in the educational life of this country and in the social and economic development of both the Midlands and Midwest regions. Designation as a technological university will enable TUS to build on the achievements and successes of its forebears, the Athlone Institute of Technology and the Limerick Institute of Technology. It will open up capacity and provide access to the highest levels of education, technology and research to a hinterland of 850,000 people and growing. TUS is a new kind of university, one which will drive enhanced development across the Midlands and Midwest with a consolidation of expertise that will further strengthen its competitiveness, its attractiveness to business. For example, research of national importance is already underway in TUS's Athlone campus in areas such as the circular economy, smart drug delivery and sterilisation. TUS will also make a significant impact internationally. Even though it's Ireland's newest university, your alma mater already has a footprint in 105 different countries. And on the Athlone campus alone, we have students from 84 nations. The last 18 months have posed unprecedented challenges for all of us, including the higher education sector. It makes it even more remarkable that the development of TUS largely occurred against the backdrop of a global pandemic, and it is a credit to all concerned. But the launch is only the start. The challenge now is to consolidate and grow, to develop and thrive, and to exploit the opportunities available to TUS while holding on to the ethos of both AIT and LIT. An ethos of supporting access to education, of responsiveness to business and to the communities in which our 6 campuses serve. The last 18 months has also meant that you, our graduates, have not had a typical student's path to this day. You've had your studies disrupted, not to mention your social lives. And if you decide to make up for lost time on the social lives side, can I ask you to do so carefully, please, for your own sakes? The pandemic may also have impacted on your next steps, on your life and work choices. Perhaps some of those impacts will be for the better. I hope so. You have had one other change which I hope you will view as positive. You signed up to study in Athlone Institute of Technology, and today you graduate with an award from a technological university, TUS. You, the class of 2021, are and always will be the first ever class to receive an award from TUS. And as the first graduates of TUS, I hope you will remain fiercely proud of your alma mater and work with us to collectively leverage the Midlands and Midwest regions for the betterment of all who reside here as we move towards a post-pandemic life, a life which feels as if it will be different somehow. You should also be fiercely proud of yourselves. It took focus and resilience, as well as hard work, to achieve the success which you are celebrating here today. Give yourselves a large pat on the back. Say thank you to those who supported you, your families, your friends, your tutors. You know who they are. And I wish you every possible success in the next phase of your lives, wherever that may take you. Cóhárde Sarish, the wrong fihe fihe hain. Bacórdi of a anvrodul fad. Goyim gachra arif, as sha'amak, kibé boher a ronoishiv. Gur mila mahagiv galair iska nairi an boheliv. Thank you very much.
Josephine, thank you for your very warm address and the recognition of the exciting times that lie ahead for our technological university that is built on the culture and history of our 2 institutions and that will remain with us into the future as well. President, I now call upon you to officially commence the academic conferring and the conferral of awards.
Har ceanna hoscail technoliaachta de Siona, dar tíre irtar lár, brúnam dacnach tannaí, na hóglamúri, na hoscail technoliaachta a tátaréis an cagdan sin a bhaint amach. Agus éarm go corfa na hóglamúri sin I má láthair chun a bar a Harvard did go formúil. On behalf of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the Technological University who have achieved the standard for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
Thank you, President. I'm now delighted to invite your Dean, Michelle McKeown-Bennett, to present her conferees for award. Those to be conferred are outlined in your conferring booklet from page 38 to page 41.
Thank you, Francis. Good morning, all. As the Dean of the Faculty of Business and Hospitality, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of our conferees who completed programmes from the Department of Business and Management. Today we confer graduands from Level 6 to Level 9 programmes across a diverse range of disciplines, including business, international business and management, business and law, digital marketing and leadership. This is the last year we confer graduands from our Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Psychology, and I would like to recognise and thank all who made this programme a great success, in particular the team of staff who encouraged and mentored our students throughout the tenure of this programme. We are very excited with the growth of digital marketing within the Department of Business and Management, with a number of our honours graduates returning to study on our new Master of Science in Digital Marketing this year. This department is also the flagship of international study within the faculty, with student study abroad exchanges with countries such as China, Malaysia, India, Italy, Spain, France and Germany, to name but a few. We are delighted to accept the first intake of students onto our new Bachelor of Business Honours in International Business this year, who will benefit from these relationships as part of their international placement. Our Technological University of the Shannon graduates are entrepreneurial, innovative and are critical thinkers. They capitalise on opportunities. They enhance our local region through creation of employment opportunities, through social entrepreneurship and through civic engagement. We are confident they will continue to transfer knowledge from the classroom into practice in industry. To all of the graduands, on behalf of my faculty colleagues, I want to offer our warmest congratulations on reaching this point. I know that we have asked a lot of you during your time with us, and you in turn have responded with commitment, perseverance, good humour and a lot of hard work. Wherever your next steps take you in your career pathway, we will always be with you on that journey. Your award parchment is proof of that commitment. We look forward to the day your journey brings you back to us as an expert in your field and as a member of our alumni. Well done and thank you. To your families, thank you for supporting your graduand in reaching this day of celebration. Finally, I wish to thank all the staff of the faculty for making this day possible for you. They have worked extremely hard, especially over the last 18 months, to ensure we reached this day, so thank you all. President, I am satisfied that the following candidates have successfully completed programmes of study within the Faculty of Business and Hospitality and are worthy of the awards about to be conferred upon them. I invite you now to present them their parchments. All graduands not attending today's ceremony are conferred in absentia. I now call upon my colleague, Miss Alison Sheridan, Head of Department of Business and Management, who will introduce the conferees today. Thank you.
Higher Certificate in Business, Edel Hogan. Aaron Kennedy. Aaron Shields. As the graduates make their way back to their seats, can I invite you to give them a collective round of applause? Bachelor of Business, Hugo Anduran. Rachel Barry. Cole Brady. Shauna Carrick-Moore. Ian Carroll. Sarah Clark. Caleb Gardner. Katie Higgins. Ainoa Larry Gamila. Mohammed Sherir Masood. Aisling McCabe. Jake McKenna. Joseph Michael. Robin Mooney. Emma Pulum. If the Bachelor of Business graduates would please stand, may I invite the audience to join in a well-deserved round of applause. Bachelor of Business in International Business Management, Clémence Bousseau. Clara De La Salle. And as that completes the Bachelor of Business in International Business Management, can I give them a very special round of applause? Bachelor of Business Honours ab initio, Emma Aldridge Keneally. Paulina Autsuruti. Sarah Bracken. Michael Brown. Mark Caulfield. Niall Connaughton. Orla Cooney. Jack Coyle. Ryan Duarte. Fergal Farrell. Katie Farrell. David Flynn. Aaron Kennedy. Shauna Kinsella. Thomas Lennon. Ciara Mangan. Donal McMahon. Ava McManus. Michael Melody. Diarmuid O'Neill. Lauren Shine. Cathal Slevin. Patrick Walsh. As Patrick makes his way back to his seat, may I invite the group to stand for a collective round of applause. Bachelor of Business Honours add-on, Oluwashola Badejo. Liam Boyce. Killian Byrne. Abel Chumia. Maria Crilly. Stephen Daly. Alison Donoghue. Cyril Donoghue. Eugene Udakpeye. Ryan Ellis. Andrew Fallon. Conor Farrelly, Aaron Fitzpatrick, Abigail Fleming, Elise Foy, Emma Hanley, Daniel Honan, Victoria Hulston, Shane Hurst, Ben Kelly, Dylan McCullough, Joanne McMullen, Adam Mitchell, Kira O'Hara, Gary Smith, Sarah Talbot, Dara White, it's my pleasure to invite the Bachelor of Business Honours ab initio graduates to stand for a round of applause. Bachelor of Business Honours in Business and Law, Aideen Bain. Jessica Clark. Serena Coleman. Roisin Dervin. Imelda Dollery. Megan Dowling. Rory Lennon. Katie Mahan. Stephen Mullen. Katie Murphy. Please join me in recognising the achievement of the Bachelor of Business Honours and Business and Law graduates. Bachelor of Arts Honours in Business Psychology, Aisling Brennan. Emma Briggs. Lorna Cooley-Kelly. Robert Duffy Saunders. Alzbeta Hadjanova. Tara Kelleher. Shannon Moore. Kaylee Murta Bonner. Leah O'Connor. Joanna Ogabese. Giedras Sevkevigis. Kerry Warfield. As Kerry returns to her seat, can I invite you to give a very special round of applause to our psychology graduates. Bachelor of Business in Digital Marketing, Laura Carroll. Chloe Concannon. Quiva Mullen. Laureen Paris. Toya Santos. Dylan Steins. May I invite the Bachelor of Business Digital Marketing graduates to please stand as we offer our congratulations on their collective achievement. Bachelor of Business Honours in Digital Marketing, Con Egan. Terence Hines. Stephen McQuaid. Keith Murphy. As Keith makes his way back to his seat, can I invite the audience to give you a collective round of applause? Higher Diploma in Business, Chen Jun. Chen Ting. Kira Halpin. Tian Feng Yuan. Hong Ishwan. I would like to invite you to give a collective round of applause to the Higher Diploma in Business graduates. Higher Diploma in Leadership, Kate Behan. Leanne Biggins. Lisa Boschel. Linda Champion. Sandra Champion. Sinead Cusack. John Fitzgerald. Enda Gallagher. Neil Gallagher. Patrick Kiernan. Jennifer Lacken. Agnieszka Lemanik. Patrick Mulcahy. Lavina Reeves. James Rowan. Anne-Marie Salmon. Samuel Uwagede Ude. Mary Whitney. Selena Voodakevich. That completes the Higher Diploma in Leadership group. Please join me in congratulating the new graduates. Master of Business, Hassan Ahmed. Naeemul Haq. Mark Hyland. Philip Maloney. Fan Ann Noyen. Gary O'Brien. Paula Rosney. Aideen Smith. Darren Waters. Joshua Craig Woodage. In recognition of their hard work, I invite you to put your hands together for the Master of Business graduates. Master of Business in Advanced Business Practice, Barry Byrne. Trevor English. Quiva Hope. And finally, can I invite you to join me in recognising the achievement of the Master of Business in Advanced Business Practice graduates.
Thank you, Alice. A very large number of our international graduates who've been part of your class and in this faculty are not with us here today. So I would sincerely like, now that we've finished some of the formal element, that you give the biggest round of applause that can be heard in every one of these countries that represent our graduates, both for you here today, the round of applause, and for those who are watching us online. So. So I would like to now invite the President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cannan, to give his graduation address.
Thanks, Francis. Just when you thought you were getting away. So, Adina Yusha, ta ahas an dom orm the Shahanu, August Bawait Lama Cade Mila Falcha Cur of Galair. Graduates, parents, family members, chair of our governing body, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the new president of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, it is my honour and privilege to welcome you here today to our inaugural graduation ceremonies for TUS in our own campus. Our graduation session here today, as you've heard, is the 5th graduation ceremony of many such ceremonies that will take place across our 6 TUS campuses. Over the coming weeks, we'll also celebrate the inaugural graduates of TUS across our Moylish and Clare Street campuses in Limerick, in Ennis, Thurles and Clonmel. But at the heart of each of these campuses is a dynamic, close-knit community of learners, represented here in the Midlands by 7 ceremonies across the 3 days of graduation. When we will confer, as you've heard previously, 1,944 undergraduate students and 329 postgraduate students, including 3 Masters by Research and 9 PhDs, the highest award we can make. But today is a momentous day for you, our graduates, for your family and loved ones present in our Athlone International Arena, and those watching our graduation live stream at home. But it's also a proud day for our TUS Athlone campus community, who have helped you and supported you on your journey. And indeed, it's an historic day for the entire TUS family. Today, our TUS family, of which you are now alumni, the first alumni, comprises 6 campuses in 4 counties. We are over 14,000 students and over 2,000 staff between full-time and part-time. We are a collective region of stakeholders on a shared journey to impact today's world and lead the world of tomorrow across social, cultural, and economic domains. Our TUS family comprises students, staff, and stakeholders who have delivered with us our shared ambition, not just to be Ireland's newest technological university, and we still are, despite what happened yesterday with the Connacht-Ulster Alliance, but Ireland's newest technological university, but Ireland's first trans-regional university, but we want to be Ireland's best technological university. And we will become the best because of the people of this institution. Those people include each of you here today, sitting in front of me as the inaugural graduates of our new university. And you, the students, now our graduates, are at the heart of this technological university. Our entire community that's represented here today has shared this journey with you, supporting you along the way. And this supportiveness is one of the hallmarks of our community. I believe it makes us unique and has enabled you to achieve your goal of graduating and to sit here today in your academic dress, proud of who you are, whom you have become during your time with us, and no doubt dreaming of the future, just like we are here. Our stories, yours as a new graduate and ours as a fledgling university, follow a similar path. We both share aspirations for the future. We have ambitions to be the best, to make a difference in the world, to shape, create, to innovate, and yes, to lead. However, our story, just like yours, didn't just begin today. The foundations for our TUS story have been laid down over generations in the Midlands and the Midwest through our 2 founding institutions of Athlone Institute of Technology and Limerick Institute of Technology. And we proudly stand on the shoulders of this knowledge, of this expertise, and this heritage. We respect its provenance as it has proudly provided us with our DNA. And above me, over there, as I stand before you today, you will note our new emblem, represented by a bridge and by water. That emblem, our emblem, is more than symbolic. It tells our story. Our bridge connects our communities along the Shannon and on both sides of the Shannon to each other. It connects our regions to the rest of the country and to the world. But there are other bridges, and education is one of those bridges. It provides learners with opportunities for self-development, to succeed, and to drive change. Our bridge symbolizes accessibility and inclusion and represents the core of our new multi-campus university as one, united. We are a region of over 850,000 people, bordering half of almost every county in the Republic, and we are linked by water. The magical River Shannon's water is often referred to as the well of knowledge, but I wouldn't drink it. It has served as an ancient route for knowledge sharing for hundreds of years. Up the river from where we sit today lies Clonmacnoise, an ancient monastery on the banks of the River Shannon, founded by St. Ciarán in the 6th century. The monastery flourished and became a seat of great learning, a university of its time with students from all across Europe. It became a place of reverence and excellence in learning, that typifies a period in Irish history when Ireland was known as a land of saints and scholars. Today, centuries later, through the beginning of our story, that sense of knowledge flows deep, and a university of our time stands proud once more on the banks of the Shannon, here in the Midlands and in the Midwest. But it's not just knowledge that flows deep in our university. Community flows deep as well. And it is our ambition to serve as a resource for the people living in these regions and beyond, linked by the River Shannon. And that story is unfolding. The ambition of TUS is to impact our communities, our region here, and indeed to have a global impact through our knowledge creation and the sharing of that knowledge. We want to lead the development of our regions here in the Midlands and the Midwest. We want to sustain a virtuous cycle so that our students can study in our campuses and our graduates can live and work and raise families in our regions. We want to encourage the inward investment of Indigenous companies and foreign direct companies into our regions, to strengthen our clusters in software, technology, smart manufacturing, professional services and financial services, medical technology, and biopharmaceuticals. And that's just to name but a few. We want our university, our new type of university, a technological university, at the centre of an ever-growing regional ecosystem. Because regional development will be at the core of the Technological University of the Shannon. It is not just a legislative requirement of the TU Act of 2018, but a founding principle of TUS. And that too is deeply embedded in our DNA. Our university is about developing and enhancing our regions by working together collaboratively. It's about our stakeholders across civic, social, industry, and business realms working in a symbiotic way to achieve the shared goals of the region. It's about developing and sustaining our collaborative, cross-cutting research and further enhancing our capacity to enrich civic, social, and cultural engagement, all the time providing all learners with new and essential access and different pathways. Now, your story, graduates, and your student story in particular, began when you first walked through the doors of this campus. You all came from different routes, some through CAO, some through PLC colleges and further education, others through access courses, apprenticeship offerings, and from our international partners. Through these different pathways on your journey into higher education, you became a member of this community. When you studied here, you made friends with classmates, leaned into our teaching and learning supports, and were guided each step of the way by our dedicated academic and professional management and support staff. And to those staff members, right across our community, and on behalf of our graduates, I thank you. Thank you for your professionalism, for your support, for your determination, and indeed your empathy in encouraging each of our 2,275 graduates. Now, whilst our community of staff provided you, the graduates, with the essential scaffolding, the support structures to help you during your time with us, it was you who did the work. You persevered through significant challenges, especially during our COVID pandemic. And that forced you to adapt how you learned. And you showed remarkable resilience. You also showed agility, strength, and determination. And I know a lot of this was personally challenging for a number of you. There were struggles along the way, and there were personal losses for some. But despite these challenges, I am so grateful to be able to stand up here today as the inaugural president of TUS, our university, to hand you your parchment in person and proudly stand beside you and our community of staff to congratulate you on this most significant achievement, your graduation day. But no one graduates on their own. We all rely on others to get us through, to encourage, to provide sustenance, and sometimes just to be there. So to the friends and family, I also extend our thanks and appreciation to you. Well done. And maybe the graduates, you actually might stand up now, turn towards your family and friends, and maybe give them a well-deserved round of applause. Go on. Well done. I'd say that in your first few paychecks will help to rebalance the score. Now, to the staff who have helped bring you to this day, I also, again, extend my deep thanks and appreciation. You too have had to adapt. You've had to change. You've had to overcome. COVID challenged education in a way none of us could have predicted. And yet, we have our worthy graduates here today, knowledgeable and skilled. And for the staff here, that process of change continues on a daily basis with our new journey to create a new technological university that will challenge and disrupt conventional thinking. I very much look forward to our journey together and to our transformation in this space. And our transformation becomes part of a wider transformation. A transformation where the absolute transformative power of education, something I deeply believe in, the transformative power of education. Education changes lives, provides opportunities. And this, too, is part of our DNA. Now, you, as our inaugural alumni of our new university, who have been transformed by that power of education, you also have a responsibility to use that power to make a difference, to make an impact on people's lives and on the world in which we all live. So on this historic day, as I look out at the first graduates of our new university, stand tall and stand proud. What you have achieved is immense. And along with my colleagues, I will watch your continued journey with great interest and pride as you navigate your next steps in life and begin the next chapter in your story. And so, to the class of 2021 and the inaugural graduates of the Technological University of the Shannon, I wish you the best of luck and heartfelt congratulations. Gurlamina Maigov Galer.
Thank you, President, for those words of ambition in relation to our regions, the Midlands and Midwest, and that your ambition will be realised on the building blocks of you, our graduates. So we've now come to the closing element of our ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman, colleagues and now graduates, the class of 2021, that concludes our conferring ceremony. It would be remiss of me, though, not to acknowledge the enormous work that has been invested in the last number of weeks to ensure that today's graduation ceremony could be conducted safely back on campus rather than virtually. Therefore, I'd like to thank our staff who've made today run so smoothly, in particular our registry department led by Marguerite Murphy and her team, including Caroline and all of the members that have been distributed here in the conference centre today. Our Quality Office, Cora and Mary, under the leadership of our Assistant Registrar and Head of Quality, Mary Good. Cora, your diligence in ensuring the distribution of all parchments efficiently, effectively today is commendable. I watched Cora ambidextrous putting parchments everywhere, so thank you, Cora, for ensuring everything went smoothly. To our faculty administrators, led by Siobhan Fitzmaurice in the Faculty of Business and Hospitality, and June and all of the team there, I know that they have supported you and they've put in great work in the last couple of weeks to ensure that all of your names included in the conferring booklet. So I'd like to thank Siobhan and all of the team for supporting our students here today and graduates. Our arena has been transformed today, I think, to be one of the most incredible conferring sites that I have witnessed in my career. It's been set up with dedication to be a safe and welcoming venue for us to celebrate your conferring today. This is in no small part thanks to Jerry Doonan and all of his team, who've done incredible work in the last number of days to transform this wonderful venue for us. And I'd like to thank them most sincerely for that. A special word of thanks to Cormac Cloonan, our Estates Manager, and our Health and Safety Officer, Fergal Sweeney, who've ensured that everything we did in terms of these ceremonies was done in line with public health guidelines. I'd also like to thank the Head of Student Services, Sarah Lecumber, and all of her team for assisting in the smooth conduct of the ceremonies, from where you picked up your robes this morning and also in the venue here today. Thanks too to Paul Coburn and David Kelly from the canteen catering, who are aiding you on your way home with a snack to support you and your attendance at the ceremony. Again, I'd like to thank the 2nd Brigade Army Band for their contribution to today's ceremony under the stewardship of Captain Thomas Kelly. I think an uplifting and joyous contribution, so thank you all sincerely in the band. As a token of appreciation to all those who I've now just mentioned, you might give them all a hearty round of applause before we conclude today's ceremony. Our graduates, you'll be able to collect your snack for you and your guests before you leave us today in the multi-purpose hall that you collected your gowns in. So it is a takeaway service, unfortunately, due to the public health guidelines. But I know that many of you, our graduates, will come back to us again to study again, and I will really look forward to welcoming you and your guests back for a proper cup of tea that time. As a West Cork woman, we're used to giving cups of tea. So, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the graduation ceremony of 2021. We congratulate you, the class of 2021, for your significant accomplishment, and can now proudly call you a member of our inaugural TUS alumni community. Along with my colleagues, I wish you continued success, happiness, health, and personal fulfilment in your future career and lives. We hope that you enjoy the rest of your special day in the company of your family and friends. So if you can now please rise. The 2nd Brigade Band will play us out as the academic procession leaves the arena. And I now invite our graduates on this occasion from the top of the hall nearest the stage to join our academic procession row by row as we leave. Ganari and Boherla.
going to talk away at a quarter.